have arrived, and it is now that we perform our charge.
It is human nature to seek culpability in a time of tragedy. It is a sign of strength to cry out against fate, rather than to bow one's head and succumb. Inevitably, many shall fault the hands upon the sword, but the Inquisition merely performs the duty of its office. To further fear them is redundant. To hate them, heretical. Those more sensible will place responsibility with those who forced the hands of the Inquisition. With some fortune, they may foster this hatred into purpose, and further rule their own fate by coming to the Emperor's service. Yet ultimately, it was I who set these events into motion, with a single blow from my hammer, God Splitter.
Ahoy and welcome to the channel. Are you tired of cheaters ruining your gaming experience in War Thunder? Well, fear not, because the BanHammer 40k has struck. Recently, Gaijin initiated a mass ban of players using programs to automate their gameplay. There have been reports of up to 40,000 players banned, with Gaijin confirming at least 6,600 players have been banned, permanently losing their accounts and publishing their names on a list on the website. Banwaves strike fear into the hearts of cheaters. These waves of justice rid the game of those who seek unfair advantage. Cheaters may think they are invincible, but when the BanHammer comes crashing down, their accounts are permanently banned. Of all the game modes in War Thunder affected by cheating and bots, Naval would be the most pronounced, with entire lobbies of automated ships farming silver lions relentlessly. While they're easy to kill, they removed a lot of the challenge from the mode, and in some cases at high BR, sheer numbers of shell spamming bots made the mode unplayable, pushing away the remaining player base. For those that don't know, Banwaves are mass bannings of cheaters. They not only clean up the playing field, but they also send a strong message to those thinking about using the software involved. So why a mass attack rather than individual bans as reports are received? The main reason is to disrupt and destroy the economy serving these cheat programs, which is highly lucrative. Once a method is detected, by taking some time to observe how the system operates, the devs can then use this information to detect others using the same method. Not only does this rid the game of cheaters, but it also creates a ripple effect. The bot economy, which relies on cheating to profit, is disrupted. When cheaters are banned, their automated systems are dismantled, making it more difficult for them to return. I'll let THOR from Pirate Software explain it better.
So when you wait 3 to 6 months, you get a shitload of their customers, and then you ban them on the same day. And you know what they do? They get mad at you. They're like, I didn't deserve to be banned. I never cheated before in my life. And I drink those tears. They're delicious. You definitely deserve to be banned. Get shit on. And then they go back to the person who sells the bot, and they go, your bot got me banned. You're a piece of shit. I want my money back. And they start charging back all of their stuff. And why do you wait 3 to 6 months? Because PayPal still allows you to do chargebacks in that time period. And then they start charging back on the bot creators. And that guy has a really goddamn bad day.
Make sure to check out his channel in the description. He's a very knowledgeable and interesting bloke. The Banwave has had a positive effect on the Naval game mode. With the removal of the cheaters and the bots, honest players can now enjoy fair battles in a more competitive environment. With the large player numbers due to the current event, Naval has never been more fun, especially between 3.7 and 5.7. Naval battles now showcase skilled players showcasing their abilities, strategizing and maneuvering their ships using airstrikes intelligently, everything that Naval should be. I hope that this Banwave will breathe new life into the Naval game mode and attract more players, reinvigorating the community. Now players can truly appreciate the intricate details and challenges of naval warfare, and if you would like to know more, make sure to check out my channel because that's how you will find the answers to your problems. Well, at least until the bots adapt. But today I'm going to take you into a battle that was filmed just yesterday and just show you how much better and more engaging the naval gameplay is. Thanks for watching, keep subscribing, keep liking, and I'll see you soon. Ahoy, welcome to some Naval. We're playing at 4.3 today. Had lots of fun using this lineup. There's heaps of players at the moment, so I thought I'd get some recording going. See if we can find some mischief today. The player count has been great. Lobbies are full. Everyone's using a great mix of vehicles. Got a missile boat there, the Douglas, USS Douglas. That one's a premium. 2 anti-ship missiles. Well, looks like we've got a Douglas crew. I recently said that those guys work best in a pack. So we'll keep our eye out for any nasty corvettes like my Soviet corvette that we're in today, the Project 204. I was going to play the SKR-7, but this map is fantastic for a close range engagement. So Project 12412, been running into lots of those. That's a premium one. All the meta is out at the moment, but it's still very diverse range of ships that we're fighting. And people react to you. No bots around. I don't think I've seen a single bot style player today. We've played 5 matches so far. And being at 4.3, I know that there are going to be some pretty powerful destroyers. So what our mission is to try and suppress the coastal zone, let our Douglas guys get in there and capture Bravo. Keep any powerful warships suppressed, like this guy has respawned. We'll take him down a second time. This thing's very powerful Sea-Whiz weapon on the back. 30mm autocannon. Alright, so we're going to head through this little inlet here towards Charlie Point and see if we can't ambush some destroyers that are either beelining it towards Charlie or hoping to come into Bravo. Project 204 is a fantastic close-range ambusher with its rocket-assisted depth charges on the bow. I accidentally launched my torpedoes, but we don't really need them. They aren't very good. So we'll take up a little watch position here, watching both the port and starboard side. And the first sign of major activity, we will head in that direction. The main weakness of this vessel is it's got limited firing arc. Someone else has come back. Got another corvette. I believe that's the second time he's gone down, so that will be the last of that fellow. Alright, so our destroyers are starting to make their way around the point towards Charlie, and that's when the gunfight will really start. So we'll set ourselves up here in a support position, using the bow view here to make sure we don't run aground. But I want to stay close to shore as possible. Once the gunfight starts, we will rocket ambush the first person that we see. Alright, the gunfighting has started. Checking behind. They're starting to take the Charlie Point. Got a friendly destroyer rushing into combat. But it looks like he's outnumbered. We've got a German destroyer here as our allied backup as well. But we may be outnumbered here. It's pretty easy for the other team to get to Charlie Point. Okay, we have a Soviet destroyer. It's just been torpedoed by the Jarvis. Lucky Jarvis getting its torpedo spread out. Looks like they torpedoed each other. Tashkent, Soviet destroyer. No doubt there are more where they came from, so we're just going to keep an ear out. Our team has the Bravo Point locked down. Now the biggest problem with bots was obviously their auto-aiming and the fact that they left after one match, or one life I should say. With full lobbies of real players, you see everybody respawns and the matches are quite significantly long. But they're packed with action, especially in maps like this one. Having issues there with the elevation of one of the rocket turrets. We're managing to get hits here on the Moffat, but he's dialed us in. We're the only person that he can fight, and he's taken us down, which is expected from a full broadside of 5-inch. But I think we hit him pretty hard with our rocket barrage. So we'll take that boat again with the new universal backup feature. So you don't have to have them ready. You don't have to buy them for the boat. You can just use them straight out of your inventory, which is great. I think that's a fantastic change. We managed to take down them off it with our rocket barrage. Got 2 friendly SKRs. One has just perished. That means there are enemy SKRs. Now, SKR in a direct fight. What have we got here? A destroyer pushing into our... pushing in pretty hard. I'm going to fire off a broadside... I'm not a broadside, a volley of rockets. And that is the Soviet Bravi, a missile ship. So the destroyer with a guided missile launcher on the back. Not very useful at close range, but it's still got a powerful turret and secondaries. But in these closed waters, he is just rocket food. Friendly SKR is helping to suppress him as well. We'll fire off another volley of rockets, and he's gone down. 5.3 destroyer, Bravi. 2 destroyers. I love this Corvette. It's an amazing ship. It's got the best of all the things I love. Small and maneuverable, fast, heavily armed. It still has weaknesses. It's not invincible. Got radar. It's not very good in anti-air though. I am using the army piercing rounds, which have fantastic penetration, but no... Oh, we got that P-47. That was a fluke shot. So our team is starting to contest Charlie Point. But the enemy team is also starting to push hard into Bravo. So we're going to stay around here and try and ambush this SKR while he's engaged with our friendly. More targets up ahead. Someone's capturing the Alpha Point way out to the southwest. It's a very exposed capture point, so I usually never go there in a coastal boat. You make the most of the islands and the inlets here. Some fantastic ambush opportunities. We're going to try and capture Bravo, and hopefully this SKR is tied up or dead. Can't see him anywhere. No, he's still there. He just slapped our bow. We'll fix everything up. Fire's very dangerous in this ship, by the way. Got a fuel leak. Come on, get that fire underway. Disappears, thank you. Bravo Point will be captured soon. We've got another SKR, but we're out of rockets. So we have to let them slowly reload and hope that I can dial in single rockets. Bit of a rough sea state. We're not moving. So it's fairly easy to lead him when you're stationary, but the sea state will mess up our rockets. We've just overshot there slightly. Oh, he has got rockets. If he turns them to us, we are dead. He's got twice the rocket launcher tubes that we do, the RBU 6000. Arguably one of the most powerful weapons in Naval. Capable of taking down large warships like cruisers and sometimes battleships if you batter them in the right spot. 25 kilos of TNT. And I've overshot that. Scrape the stern. Just hope to golly that he doesn't see us. But he's totally focused on my friendly. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to offer radar support for all the ships that don't have any radar. Keep an eye on all of the aircraft. We're not a great AA ship, but as you saw before, if you connect with one of the rounds, it deletes. 57mm of armor piercing through your engine will do a fair amount of work. What's going on? The AA's opened up. He's coming towards us. Staying with the destroyer. He's got better AA coverage. SKR, the frigate, trying not to get in his way. We are slightly faster and we have better acceleration, so we should be able to get over the bow of this guy. And so far we haven't seen anyone rammed into rocks. Mindlessly reversing. We've got a nice little fleet composition going on here. AA's opened up. Oh, we've got a fighter here. He's penetrated through the air defenses of the fleet. Oh, he got pretty close to us. If he had bombs, that would have been dangerous. So what have we got here? 2 frigates, a corvette, a destroyer. Everyone working together. The enemy team's been suppressed somewhat, but they're still trying. Here comes a dangerous airstrike. This is actually very dangerous for us. Fortunately, he's got eyes for the destroyer, who's gone ahead of the rest of the fleet, which is not smart. And it looks like he's become the ammo. And that summoner's taken critical damage. Got a cruiser out here at extreme range. We can hit him. We won't do much damage, but we'll give it a shot anyway. Got friendly air assets up and an enemy airstrike inbound. So previously you would never see this in realistic. And I'm assuming that a lot of arcade players have come across to RB for the event as well because of the better modifiers. But if that's the case and you're an arcade player, thank you for joining us. RB is my preferred mode. Mainly because it helps with the sneaky sneaky. Sneaky sneaky is much harder in arcade. Which kind of negates all PT boats and smaller warships. Aside from suicide runs and very lucky shots. Got aircraft. Radar says that they're all friendly. But the radar is affected by terrain. What do we got out here? Very dangerous. Gearing or a Fort Knox. The Frank Knox. 57mm easily piercing through the skin of that destroyer to hit the crew compartments. We've got a Tashkent pulling up behind. Turn towards the cover. Try and spoil their lead. Get underneath their shells. And we might come around. There's a little inlet here into this zone. We're going to try and cut them off from ahead. If the Tashkent pushes into the Bravo point, we will intercept him with some torpedoes. And so with more real players, it's more engaging. It's what naval combat should be. I've played some higher tier stuff. It's still a lot of shell spamming, but the players are actually trying harder and airstrikes are coming in. But at the moment, I think between 3.7, maybe 3.3 even, to 5.7 is the real sweet spot. And I really hope these player numbers stay. Because it kind of reminds me when Naval first started. I mean, at the moment we're seeing so many of the meta vehicles, so if you don't have the meta vehicles, try and keep your battle rating low to stay away from them. And I don't necessarily mean premiums either, because there are a lot of meta vehicles like this one here, the Project 204, which are tech tree vehicles. Let's not do anything stupid. We'll peek around the corner. We don't have any rockets, so we're all relying on torpedoes. Frank Knox is distracted, so we'll sneak some torpedoes through this little gap here. Pretty decent torpedoes, a bit slow on their running speed. Their ship is faster than them. But let's get up nice and close. Let's see if we can... Oh, there's a... The Tashkent must be pushing up into Bravo on the port side. We'll adjust ourselves so that we can come into the cover nicely, but still get a good gun angle. Fall back, slowing down, so we don't overshoot. Bring the turret around, he's distracted. We want to hit all the crew compartments. Try and take out the engines, which you can do. Crew compartments in the center are the most squishy. There we go, taking him down. Not a bad effort, not a bad effort. That was a full game, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you agree. Look, everybody respawned. Some people didn't even die. One guy didn't die. 2 people didn't die. Everyone put in a pretty solid effort. I think Naval has real potential. Until next time, Commander Tyrael, out.
I hereby sign the death warrant of an entire world, and consign 1 million souls to oblivion. May Imperial justice account in all balance.